Super happy Valentine. Okay. Oh shit, the reason I hadn't been. Ah, it's so cute. Really?
That's the basic stuff. Pick up something hard that you can't with those nails.
Like yourself?
One of those candies. I can pick up the candy. See? How about Reese's? I can pick it. With one hand. Why is this challenging for you guys? This is the easiest. See? I can pick it up.
Ooh, Casper, the pity, get rid of
Get
that.
out of my hand, little sneaker. I can pick it up again.
It didn't work out.
Okay. Why is you picking up those things easier than you picking up a Reese's? I don't know. Reese's are a little smaller. Okay, pick up a utensil then.
Ooh,
I can pick
splash.
You have to pick up
Oh, hold on.
all these utensils.
Let's see. For this problem, I want to use this formula, right? Well done. That's absolutely right. It looks like you've got these mastered. Classes had ended for the day, and sir, like, can I even speak?
Come on, I gotta summon.
Shiz.
Just pick them up. I'm going. You're probably the mess. Oh my god, you are not me. You aren't me. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna take off my thumbs. And I'm going to take off mine. I'm gonna take off my nails. I'm just gonna take off these nails. You know, other than but at the end, no. This is why everybody,
Cigarette. Oh, shiz.
oh shit, my go shit.
Sigurd. Sigurd and I were studying in the library. Thanks, but I still have trouble when I apply the formula. Could you give me a problem to try? I'd be happy to, but you've been studying pretty hard. Don't you think you could use a break? That is, unless Unless you've got a good reason for making such an effort. Well, actually, our water play day is coming up soon, right? And I have a and I've got a test the day before. If I fail it, I have to take a supplementary class, and I won't be able to take part until that afternoon. I want to make sure. I want to make sure I understand the material now, so that I can so that you and I can spend the whole day playing in the water. So that's why you're so determined. You were thinking about me. I'm so happy to hear that, Lily. I appreciate it. Sigurd grinned Sigurd grinned at me, then lifted my hand from the table and gave it a squeeze. I gazed back at him. The warmth conveying from his touch and his smile was enough to make my heart race. That's really weird. No, thank you for being my boyfriend. But you're right. I shouldn't study too hard. Perhaps that break. Uh, um. Uh-oh. Just a second, Lily. I've come up with a problem for you to work on. Let's take that break after you solved it. He smiled and gave my hand another squeeze, then held out a sheet of paper. I I took one glance at it and was overcome with a strong desire to flee. He wants me to solve this? Sigurd, don't you think this is a little difficult? I'll never get a break if I try to solve this. I'm just so excited to hear you're you're looking forward to playing in the water with me. That that I want to do all I can to help you. Your idea of help is way too brutal. Don't give up. If you give it your best shot, I'll give you a reward. Nah, reward. Oh, all right. You shouldn't be allowed to smile at me like that. Finally, our water play day arrived. Thankfully, I aced my test the previous day, so I was able to go out and play first thing in the morning. Wow, I'm so excited. That was a hard test. I never would have believed I could score full points. I owe it all to Sigurd. Without him, I never would have stood a chance. Let's see. I'm here in the yard to meet him for my reward. Where is he? I took a good look around me, and the only thing that immediately stood out were the spirit magical springs placed around the yard lawn for water play day. I don't see any sign of Sigurd himself. Aqua. My thoughts were interrupted by the sound of Sigurd's voice. Then all the springs shot like up at once like a huge fountains. Huge fountains. The water That water quickly reached the clouds, then came falling back down like a rain shower. Whoa, what's happening? Sigurd, is this your doing? It sure is. Did I surprise you? I'll say you did. Don't tell me this is my reward. Look up. Your reward is up there. Look up. Oh wow, it's so beautiful. The rain was beginning to clear and I voiced my surprise at the colorful rainbow it left behind. A while ago you wished you could see a rainbow. Uh-huh, I remember. However, I had to I had given up because it never rains here in Goldwyn. I figured as much. That's why I decided to show you one. All it took was some simulated rain, created by casting my own spell on the water from the magical springs. He grinned. He grinned, then reached up and caressed my cheek. So Lily, will you accept my rainbow? You're giving it to me? Yep. After all your hard work, the rainbow now belongs to you. I respond by throwing my arms around him. Then, with the beautiful rainbow hanging over us, we slowly kept. Yes. So glad it's over. Okay. I'm so glad it's over now. So I would just did. What's this? Just doing discovery, sweet medicine, the night class. Don't pop those balloons, woman. Why is this my? I swear to God, child. My event story micro. Ow! Oh, my hair. One weekend, Glenn and I had promised to have lunch together today, so I woke up early to make our lunches. Then we headed to the Northern Valley Forest. Glenn, sorry I'm late. Hey Lily, I actually just got here after finishing some work. Lily, it's Lily. Play, Glenn, Lily, and everyone, play. Don't be in such a rush. We have plenty of time for that later. Let us eat first. We walked through the we blah 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 blah. We walked through between the jumping wing rabbits and found a nice spot in the shade beneath a tree to sit down in. I made a big lunch for you. You I figured you'd be really hungry. This sounds excellent. Glenn and I had a pleasant lunch beneath the gentle dappled dabbled sunlight. After that, oh, Daddy. Are you sleepy, Lily? Oh, that rhymed. Yeah, a little bit. With my stomach full and nothing to do but relax, I got sleepy. Why don't you lay down for a bit? No, I don't want to waste our lunch date by sleeping. Don't worry about it. Here, lean on my shoulder. But I'll wake you up. I'll wake you up in a minute. Just rest for now. Invited by Invited by his big warm hands, I let my head fall right into his shoulder. Ugh. The warmth of his body lured me into a deep, peaceful sleep. Lily must have been quite tired. She fell asleep as soon as she closed her eyes. I couldn't help but smile. I couldn't help but smile as I watched her. How adorable. I said that to no one in particular when. What are you doing here? Vincent. Vincent. I knew it. I knew it. I look up to the sound of a familiar voice, only to find Vincent standing before me. You it's just as you see. Right. So your adorable little princess fell asleep on your date. The way you're sitting here, how should I put it? It makes you two look so in love. They are in love. Ow. You don't have to bell around the bush. Well, don't get all embarrassed now. It is strange though. Strange. You and Lily. To be honest, I was surprised that you two got together. But it looks like you make a pretty good couple. I love the photo, but I gotta switch up. But it looks like you make a pretty good couple. You think so? What is perfect? I'm so sorry. I do. That must that must be all thanks to Lily. Why only her? Instead of answering him, I simply looked down at Lily. This is her her. She breathed peacefully as I lifted up her hair. Then looked back at Vincent. Look up back at Vincent. Oh, okay, so that's that. That was not supposed to happen. Yeah, that was not supposed to happen. I'm busy. The only reason I can be so happy is because of the peace that Lily brings me. Her smile allows me to remember my own. After spending so much time with her, I feel like she changed me somehow. Yeah, I can see that. I've known you for a long time, but the only time I've ever seen you so relaxed is in front of her. I'm sure if you guys at the Ministry of Magic Justice saw you now, they'd break up, break their backs, reeling in surprise. You look, you look like, you look like, you look like a sleeping princess and her prince. Okay, that's enough teasing. Mm-hmm. I accidentally moved my shoulder, causing Lily to stir. Oh, I don't want to wake her. I'll be, I'll be getting, I'll be getting back to work. No, I'm never okay whenever I'm reading. With that, Vincent headed back to the school grounds. I sat there watching him go, feeling the warmth of Lily against me as she stirred in her sleep. Mm, I heard a distant voice somewhere and opened my eyes, only to see you're awake. Uh, that's me. I just have this up for the two videos. That was it. Sure. You're awake. It was Glenn who was smiling kindly at me. I think I know. But for some reason, his cheeks were slightly pink. Don't you mean red? These. Ben, what's wrong? You look a little flushed. It's nothing. Anyways. What? Before he finished his sentence, he leaned in and oh, okay. I can't anymore. I can't. Oops, safe. Okay, the kiss we shared was so unexpected, it nearly left me speechless. Glenn, I was in a little panic, but Glenn gently put a single finger up to my lips. Let's stay quiet for a few more moments. Before the winged rabbits get all excited. Glenn leaned in. No, can't. Glenn leaned in and kissed me again. No. Yep, I'm not even reading that. Alright, that's where I'm gonna end it for today. Till next time, guys. Bye.